Call all Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to all you brothers out there teaching in truth and sincerity. I want to give double honors to the elders, apostles, a great millstone who rule well. My name is Brother Yahudan from the GMS Colorado camp. I wanted to go ahead and do a sit down on the subject of smoking weed. Okay, because we're in a time right now where you got to be on your toes, man. You got to be on your A game, man. And honestly, you don't want to have to deal with, worrying about, that type of shit, when Yahweh Shah is coming back soon. So I just wanted to get a brief lesson on how that is unlawful towards the scriptures, okay, towards the laws that have been given to us, okay. So hopefully this lesson is edifying in some sort. I got this website pulled up right here, and basically we're going to go ahead and use some timelines to figure out where the custom of smoking weed came from. All right. And throughout history, which types of nations biblically were responsible for that practice. OK, because there is a medical purpose for marijuana. OK, the chemical components in it, but not smoking it. OK. Smoking is a very toxic, method of ingestion, and it's unlawful, okay, to defile the Lord's temple. All right, and that goes for smoking cigarettes and all the things along those lines. Shouldn't be smoking anything, okay. So the first timeline, as you can see, is 2737 BCE, first recorded use of cannabis as medicine by Emperor Shen Nang of China. Okay. So China is the Moabites biblically today. Biblically in general. All right. And basically, there is a medical purpose for marijuana. Okay. Not only the plant itself, but the ingestion or use of marijuana in general. Okay. The part that's unlawful is the smoking of marijuana. Okay. Or smoking weed. All right. You can consume it and ingest it via eating it, and there are medical purposes for that. Okay, the Lord did create the earth and all the things on it for humankind and people to use those things for medical reasons. Okay, and we'll talk a little bit about what those reasons might be here in the sit down as well. As you can see, going down here, bang. This time, 2000, between 800 BCE, bang, dried cannabis leaves, seeds, and stems is mentioned in the Hindu sacred text, Atharvaveda, Science of Charms. Okay, Hindu being so-called Indians, all right? Okay, who are the Elamites today. There always been Elamites. As sacred grass, man. One of the 5 sacred plants of India, it is used by medicinally and ritually as offering to Shiva, okay, their false god. All right, going on, cannabis cultivated in China for food and fiber. Scythians cultivate cannabis and use it to weave fine hemp cloth, and that's another thing, man. You can use the like the stems and whatnot for weaving and just cord. It's a very strong, substance, and you can use it for a lot of things. You're supposed to use, everything. The Lord gave us everything on the earth for use. All right. Let me see here. I want to get into one of smoking. Okay. All right, because you can ingest marijuana via eating it. All right, but you don't even want to do that today either, because they put all kinds of shit in the weed now. They're fucking with the genetics and all that crazy shit. Let me see. Okay, so here you go. 500 BCE, Scythian couple die and are buried with 2 small tents covering containers for burning incense attached to one stick was decorated leather pouch containing wild cannabis seeds. All right, okay, so this is a heathen custom, smoking and that type of thing. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, and this is recent times, man. All right, but people were smoking that in these countries throughout all history, ancient history. You can see the time it dates back to. All right, and all these other heathen nations were doing that type of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna get my first scripture. It's Jeremiah 10:2. Let me start at 1. Hear ye the word of the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Okay, so that's self-explanatory, man. Smoking, all right, smoking some type of substance, or smoking tobacco, or smoking marijuana, that all falls under the way of the heathen, man. Okay, they're the ones that started doing that originally. Okay, because it just makes sense, not to smoke. You shouldn't smoke something in general. I mean, why would you? That's why when you smoke something and you cough, because it's your body's natural response to get whatever you just ingested the hell out of your system. All right. You wouldn't want to go into a burning building and start breathing in that smoke. Okay, probably gonna pass out and be asphyxiated. So it's the same principle. We'll get into some of the medical repercussions of smoking as well, because smoking weed does in fact take a medical toll on your lungs as well. Smoking anything for that matter. For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. Okay, this is more talking about the heathen paganism, but that's all heathen customs, man. All right, so learn not the way of the heathen. Okay. Next script is Leviticus 18:30. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. So don't defile yourself, man. The same way you're not supposed to eat crap food, okay? Like going to fast food restaurants every day and polluting your body with all kinds of foul stuff. The same way you're not supposed to, smoke something and, defile your body, man. Okay? It all's in the same thing. You gotta be pure, man. You put in, you get out what you put in. Okay, so if you're smoking, you're gonna get medical problems. You're gonna wind up either getting cancer, okay? Because there's carcinogens, man. And these Edomites, these devils, they are messing with, these plants now, man. That's why we got all these GMOs. You better believe that they do the same thing to marijuana. Okay, so it's a law, man, to not do as the heathen did. Okay, don't smoke tobacco, don't smoke marijuana. Okay, and brothers have been there before, but that's something that you gotta get past, man. You gotta put things that are unfruitful in the rear view mirror. You gotta look forward, man. You gotta let that stuff go. Okay. Ezekiel 20:7. Then said I unto them, cast ye away every man the abomination of his eyes, and defile not yourselves with the idols of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. So that's just another custom that came out of Egypt, man. Okay. Smoking weed, smoking, hashish, smoking tobacco. Okay. All that shit. All right. And that's something that came out of Egypt. Just like the other foul customs that, America condones that came from these ancient nations, man. That's how America is spiritually Egypt. That's how America is spiritually Rome. Okay? Because they was doing the same stuff back then. Okay? You don't want to defile yourself with toxins, because once you ingest something in your lungs, in your pulmonary system, man, it goes straight to your bloodstream. All right? Your bloodstream is directly connected to all your organs, man. And whatever they're putting in that shit, not to mention the fact that you're burning something and you're inhaling it, is going straight to your body, man. Okay, but they rebelled against me and would not hearken unto me. They did not every man cast away the abominations of their eyes, neither did they forsake the idols of Egypt. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them, to accomplish my anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt. Okay, so there's a clear choice, man. You can let the heathen customs go, or you can get, the judgment of doing what the heathens do. Okay, and that goes for more than just smoking. That's breaking the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And smoking weed and smoking cigarettes is a part of the law, statutes, and commandments, man, because it's a heathen custom. All right. As a reference, I'll drop this in the, link. I just simply typed it in Google, man. You can find all kinds of stuff on the internet about what and why you shouldn't smoke. There's there's plenty of edifying material that, will be worth a read to, look into. Okay. Moving on, 2 Corinthians 16 and 6 and 16, Salak. And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. Okay, so temple being the building, spiritually in the truth, the Lord's men, man, all in one consent are a temple. Okay, your spirit is a temple, your body is a temple. All right, you don't think the temple would be full of weed smoke, man, or cigarette smoke? Stale ass cigarette smoke, man. All that fucking shit in cigarettes and weed in general. Okay, think a temple, like a physical temple, you want to walk into a temple full of weed smoke? I guess if you're a coon, okay, but in the spiritual sense too, you're a temple, man. So a temple is supposed to be holy, man. It's supposed to be a sacred place. So you got to treat your body, you got to eat right. You got to treat your body right. You got to, get exercise, drink water. Okay. You can't just eat shit all the time. You got to eat fruit. You got to have a balance in your diet. You can't be, smoking. All right. Because that's going to defile the temple. You're going to lose lung capacity. Okay. You're not going to be able to breathe. How you going to expect to, continue pushing the work when you just committing slow suicide, man? Brothers don't want to be in this hell either. And I'm sure most brothers have dealt with this before, but you don't want to ingest something that's counterproductive to your health. And that's what the scriptures are, man. That's why it's so important for the scriptures and the law to be pursued, because it's a perfect guide to life and living a good life and a long life full of longevity and, healthily, man, healthy. Okay. As God has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And that's very important, man. So not only is your body a temple, but it's from the Most High himself. So you think the Most High wants to deal with smoking weed? That's trivial, man. Okay, you think the Most High thinks it's okay to smoke blunts or smoke bowls or stoves? Okay, so he's walking in us, he's dwelling in us. But you think he wants to dwell in somebody that's smoking weed and doesn't want to give it up? I don't think so. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord. So come out of America, man. Come out of growing up and smoking, being taught that smoking weed is okay. I mean, we're in Colorado, man. This is one of the several weed legal states in America right now. All right. So it's easy to get weed. It's easy to, you walk down the street out here and you smell weed. That's not a surprising, thing. Everybody smokes it. All the people smoke it. People smoke cigarettes. Okay. So, you got to come out of that. You got to be separate. The Lord's not looking for people that are trying to just do the bare minimum. Okay. He's not looking for people that are like everybody. These scriptures are about finding the chosen, man. So if you're serious about being, or trying to be the elect, you can't be just like everybody else out here, sleeping on what's really going on in the world by smoking weed and being all fucking docile and, all sleepy and shit. Okay? Because there's a lot happening right now. And if your priority smoking weed, I've smoked weed before. Okay, and I never thought I would quit. But the fear of the Lord is what, pushes you to understand that he's not looking for people to be doing that. Okay? Not only is it not healthy for you, but it's against the law. It's a heathen custom. So you're supposed to be separate. And touch not the unclean thing. That's an unclean thing, man. Smoking is. Let's go ahead and pull something up real quick. Let's look what lungs look like. And you see this shit in school all the time, so I'm sure brothers have seen this before. But yeah, man. And this is happening when you smoke weed too. You burning something and you inhaling a burned substance. Okay? They put all kinds of foul shit in this weed, man. They're altering the genetics, okay? And that's going straight to your bloodstream. All right? Your lungs supposed to look like this. Not like this. What kind of physical state what kind of health state is that? Okay? Unclean, man. It's unclean. It's a heathen custom. Alright? And I will receive you. So if you do not deal with unclean things, and like I said, this goes more than just smoking, man, then the Lord will be dealing with you. Okay? And if you smoking now, it's not like the Lord ain't dealing with you, but you need to, get your priorities straight, man. We getting close to the end of this thing. And I'm scared. All the brothers are scared, man. Because these prophecies is rolling out. And it's time to get right with your creator, man. And with, your nationality and come out of Babylon. Come out of America. Okay? And will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. So that's a requirement, man. It's required. There's no, loopholes. Okay? So bottom line, you ain't supposed to be smoking, man. Okay? 1 Corinthians 3:17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. Okay? So there, that word again is defile. Okay? Let's go ahead and check out that word defile real quick.
Strong's G 5351. Thyro.
Okay. To corrupt, to destroy. And that's exactly what smoking does, man. Okay. Corrupt, defile, destroy. Your lungs can't operate with toxins coming in and clogging up your body's natural ability to process oxygen and put it into your bloodstream, man. Okay? It can't efficiently do that if it's got something else in there, preventing it from doing that. All right. To corrupt, to be destroyed, to perish. And that's what'll happen. You smoke your whole life, whether it's cigarettes or weed, and you gonna die. You might fuck around and catch lung cancer. You might fuck around, there's a lot of things that smoking can cause, man. Heart disease, okay, stroke, heart attack, there's an endless list of shit that would come as a consequence for inhaling a toxic substance. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna relate it again, like I said. If you're gonna go into a burning building and it's smoke, okay, you're gonna asphyxiate. Now this is in a less concentrated form, but would you do that? You get a little itch and you want to go in a burning building and just breathe in smoke and pass out and suffocate? Let no man deceive. Oh, let me get it again. If any man defile the temple of God, so that's what it means, man. You're destroying, you're corrupting your body. Okay? Him shall God destroy, for the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. So whether you like it or not, as an Israelite, you're God's property, man. You're his possession. And you can't defile the possession. That's a straight, disrespect to the Creator, man. Straight disrespect to the sense of the Lord giving you his Holy Spirit, especially if he's supping with you and you just destroying the temple, man. Okay? Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise, man. And that's what the world tells you, that this shit is okay. All right? That weed is something that you can smoke with no medical consequence, which is completely untrue. Okay, it might not fuck you up as quickly as smoking cigarettes will, but smoking weed will damage your body because you're inhaling something into your lungs, which you have no business inhaling something, a foreign substance, into your lungs. Okay, goes straight to your bloodstream. All right. So don't deceive yourself, man. Don't let this world tell you it's okay to do that, Don't let the world, fool you into thinking that smoking weed is okay. If a man told you to jump off a bridge, are you gonna do it? If the thing was cool in the world, the new fad was to, go stand in the middle of a freeway and get hit by a car, would you do it? You gotta be wise, man. You don't want to be a fool. Okay? Alright? People that think they're wise, man, even Esau's system, man, they tell you they pull all these bullshit numbers out, all these bullshit statistics. Okay? Probably don't even really know how bad smoking weed is, but I can tell you that what they do say obviously is bad, but to really know how bad it is, you won't maybe know the full extent of that until the kingdom. Okay? But even after you smoke, man, I remember when I used to smoke cigarettes and weed. You feel like shit. Like you smoking cigarettes, you don't have a cigarette in a while, and your body's dependent on that substance. Okay? You start getting withdrawals, you start, becoming irritable. Somebody says the wrong thing to you, get pissed off because you want to smoke. All right? That's a physical dependency. Okay? And then there's a mental dependency too. Okay, where you got all these rappers in, common society in today's world, where you grow up and all you hear is, smoking trees or smoking green, or, every music video you see, somebody's puffing a blunt, or even in school, man, people hitting weed and cars and shit in between class and whatnot. That's not new. All right. So don't deceive yourself, man. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. Okay? So people who think, they know something about something, they don't. These scriptures is the only wisdom, man. Getting down with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is the only form of wisdom, man. And that starts by fear. Okay? For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. All right? He's taking the wise, man. All right? He'll fool you with your own charade, man. And that's the worst part, man. He can make you believe a lie. Okay? And actually, that's a scripture. Let me finish this out and I'm going to grab that. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. Okay? They're vain, man. Unless you're dealing with these scriptures, man, in full truth and sincerity, trying your best to get down with the laws, man, then, you know, it's vain. Okay? There's no point. Like I said in my last video, you can read as many books as you want, and yeah, it's beneficial, but it ain't gonna save you, man. It ain't gonna profit you in the day of wrath. All right? Okay. Just pulls it up. Yeah. 2 Thessalonians 2:11, man. For this cause shall God send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Okay? The Lord can bug you out, man. The Lord can make you think, if you know you ain't trying to get right, that what you doing is right. And it could be dead wrong. All right? It could be terribly wrong. It could be doing something like this, where you think, yo, okay, I don't got to deal with it right now, but you know, if we was to go on in this kingdom when you 70, shit, you know, you may not even make it to that. You might make it to 40 and fuck around and have a heart attack. Okay? You know? All right? The Lord can bug you out, man. And it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the Most High. You don't want to bleed. You don't want to be that guy, man. I promise you don't want to be that guy. Okay, there's plenty of examples in this time where, you know, if you coming in the truth or been in the truth for a period of time, you know what the Lord does to reprobates, man. And this is the year of death, diligence, and destruction, man. If you being diligent, you know, you shouldn't be, you know, smoking weed, man. How you gonna smoke weed and then read, man? How you gonna smoke weed and then, you know, do a sit down, man? Because I know when I was smoking, I couldn't even focus, man. You know, all you want to do is sit there and play video games or, you know, munch on some bullshit ass food, which is also counterproductive to your temple, man. Okay, John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him, man. Okay, so this, you got to be separate, man. Be separate, man. Okay, if you loving weed, if you loving carnal things, man, you know, then the love of the Father is not in you, because the Lord only deals with a perfect balance. All right, and this goes for more than just smoking weed. You know, this goes for all the things of the flesh that brothers in the spirit try and, you know, fight daily, whether that be women, whether that be alcohol, you know, whether that be, you know, sinning by not following this, you know, the scriptures, man. Okay, you're not supposed to love this world, man. There ain't nothing beneficial in this man's kingdom, in Esau's kingdom, in America. This place is hell, man. Okay, and smoking weed and forgetting all about it is not going to be beneficial to you or your salvation, if in fact you find that you really do want to try and strive for mastery of this truth, man. The Lord requires perfection, man. Okay, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Okay, so the lust of flesh, man. All right, the lust of flesh. Okay, lust can either mean strong sexual desire, or just, you know, a strong desire to do something of the flesh. All right, whether that be, you know, man, I'm having a rough week at work, man, because you know how, you know, brothers know, you know, life's hard, man. You know, living in America, this shit ain't easy. You know, suffering through day-to-day work, and, you know, a lot of times I like to personally drink, man. But even I have to watch myself, because I'll end up drinking too much, which is again against the scriptures. You know, the same thing goes for other things. You know, you see a woman and she looks real good, you know, and you get that wicked, Satan puts that wicked thought in your head, man, maybe I should go try and deal with this broad, knowing damn well that the time is, you know, that's not important. That's just trivial, man. Now, I'm not saying you can't go get you some pussy or something, but that, you know, it's the year of death, diligence, and destruction, man. You know, back to the subject, you know, smoking weed. When I was smoking weed, you get stoned and then you'd be like useless for hours, man. I mean, even after you smoke weed, you have this on feeling in your body of like straight laziness, man. You feel like a sloth, okay? You know, you got to be on point, man. You got to be on fire. You got to keep your shit wired tight, man. Because the Lord is putting people out all the time, man. All right? It's not of the Father, but it's of the world, okay? And that's what the world is, man. Smoking is of the world. All right? That's what everybody else does. Everybody else does this. That's the consensus when you grow up. All right? So you think the Lord obviously is not dealing with everybody. So how is he dealing with smoking then? That one slips through the gate. He's not dealing with everybody, but yet you can do something that everybody does. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever, man. Okay? Forever, man. That's what you're striving for in this truth. You know, if you new in the truth, man, and you want to know if smoking weed's, you know, lawful, then I'm gonna let you know it's not. Okay? You gonna perish with the customs of the world, man. You think in the kingdom we gonna be smoking weed? You know, you think Yahweh Shai was smoking weed with the apostles, man? You think King David, when he was conquering armies and mobilizing his forces, he'd be in his war tent and, you know, planning strategies with a joint in his hand? Or ripping a bong? You know what I'm saying? Okay, little children, and it is the last time, and ye have heard that the Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. Okay, that's how we know this is the end time, man. Because you got people loving the flesh, man. I think that's First Timothy's early in the book, man. In that time, in those end times, you should have deceivers and liars and serpents of all different types, man. And that's how you know this is the end, man. Okay? Because this type of shit is going on. You know, there's a lot of things going on in the world that deserve your attention way more than, you know, worrying about getting high, man, or smoking cigarettes too, man. Because this is a lateral subject, you know, because I've done both of them, okay, and I've overcome both of them. Lord, you know, me the water to the Most High for that. All right, because you do all things through the Most High. And if you're feeling like you can't do it, you know, just look at, if you've been in the truth, just look how far you've come. You know, how much stuff you've learned. Look how much you discipline yourself to try and do right by the Most High every day in the law that he set out for us as Israelites. And you're going to find that there's nothing really that you can't do, man. Okay? You can put anything you put your mind to with the Most High, you know, in consideration is possible, man. And it's easy, you know. I walked away from 4 years of smoking cigarettes. You know, years of smoking weed all throughout middle school, high school, and into my early adult life. Okay? Let me grab this last scripture here. I'm going to get Revelations 13, I believe. Because it's all down to the image, man. That's another thing. You should know that smoking is incorrect, 13 and 15, because it's the image, man. America is Babylon the Great, the beast, okay, came from the beast who was wounded but did live, all right, and the image, man, okay. Revelations 13 and 15, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, okay. Not only is that contrary to these American society and the system that this place has set up, but that includes weed too, okay? Because in this image, okay, in ancient history and heathen customs, the image of the beast is lateral, man. That spirit of Cain, that wicked platform, man, that left-hand energy. All right, it's all the same thing. It's the image of the beast, man. That's what smoking weed is. That's what everybody in America does. Smoke cigarettes. Okay, that's the image of the beast. Okay, and soon it's going to come down to this: not worship the image of the beast, should be killed. So if you're one of those people that goes out and teaches on Saturdays about what's really going on in the world and about the truth about who the real biblical Israelites are, okay, and what the Lord's name is, okay, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then you're going to get smoked, man. Or if you're not doing that and you still don't get down with America, depending upon what your foundation is, your platform, like if you're some heathen and you're like in a anti-government sect or something, you're going to get smoked, man. So, it's time to get down with the system, man. It's time to get down with salvation, man. You don't want to be this close to the end and worried about smoking bud, man. There's so much more valuable things in life that we've yet to even experience in the kingdom, okay? Lord, Ratazah, that we get to enjoy that, that are greater than smoking weed, man, and being docile and numb to the bullshit in this world, man. You got to go through this shit, man. The Most High ordained us to go through this man's system. It was a commandment, man, and this shit makes you stronger. It's not fun, and it doesn't feel good, and it's not easy. And Lord knows I have my own things that I'd have to deal with, and all brothers do. But this is one of those things that you got to try and move past, man. Hopefully I did this subject justice. You're not going to find anywhere in the scriptures, it's not going to say don't smoke weed. And if you're looking for that, then, nobody's going to be able to provide that to you. But I have faith if the Lord's Spirit is dealing with you, that you'll know that type of mannerism was not something that was kosher in Israel, man. Maybe in the wicked part of Israel, but definitely not a part of the righteous side, okay? Brothers want to go ahead and look more into the health deficits in smoking, okay? You can, and I'll end it on this. Imagine never feeling like you can get enough air into your lungs, and how hard that would make it if you for you to breathe. Okay, remember, breathing is necessary to life. Okay, you got to breathe in order to live. If you don't breathe, you're dead. Okay, that's exactly what happens if you have chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, which is a serious illness that is believed to be caused by cigarette smoking. Okay, and it's very evident that that's the case, man. And so is smoking weed. Okay, so hopefully this lesson was edifying, and I want to give all praises unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and Shalom.